Welcome to the movies, pal. Your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos here. I hope you are well. Come on in. It's been a while. It's nice to see your smiling face, sending good vibes as always your way. I assume you're smiling. I hope you are. I don't normally allow grumpy people into the theater, so put a smile on your face, turn that frown upside down, and allow me to ruin your day with a discussion of Birdemic 3, Sea Eagle. James Wynn's, hopefully, conclusion to his Birdemic trilogy. Now, it's called Sea Eagle, but there's more than one eagle in the movie, so it's already off to a bad start. Anyway, Birdemic 3 was something I was looking forward to. It absolutely was. I mean, this is not, I'm not being sarcastic whatsoever. I really was. I love the first movie. I think it's a really fun movie. Yes, absolutely 100% agree. It's not a good movie at all. In fact, it's absolutely embarrassing garbage. But what it does have is heart and a real stick-to-itiveness that is honestly inspiring. I didn't like part 2. I think part 2 was a little too on the nose. They became self-aware, and it became a little too jokey. So it lost its way with the second one. The third one is announced last year, I believe, was like the big announcement, and I was very excited for it. Mainly because I felt that this time James Wynn would be left alone to create his own insular, outsider piece of art. And he did, 100%. Even though this movie is produced by Severin, Carl Daft, or is it Draft? I don't remember. Carl Draft, I think his name is, and David Gregory are the producers of this film. They are listed in the credits, which means they paid for this movie to happen. I know there's also some crowdfunding and things like that. Regardless, it is a Severin product, but in the hands of James Wynn. So I was excited to see him actually dive into I think a more unique, more genuine sequel. I walked away probably more disappointed than anything I've seen in the past decade, and that's saying a lot. But I really had high hopes for this, and I know what you're gonna say. Wow, MC, you're looking really handsome today, and I appreciate that. But look, my eyes are up here, okay? The other thing you're probably thinking is, what did you expect? What did you expect from Birdemic? Well, I guess you're right. But I'm a hopeless romantic, and the movie broke my heart. I stupidly had hope that the third movie would return closer to the spirit of the original, but the turd monster that was delivered to me in the form of Birdemic 3 was, simply put, an abomination on every level. More a series of lectures than an actual narrative film, Part 3 is almost beat-for-beat a remake of the original with less charismatic actors. I don't want to be mean here, but there's only one way to describe it. The lead actor here, I'm blanking on his name, I apologize for that. The lead guy here, he's the guy that James Wynn cast. He's going to be the face of the franchise. He's going to be our dude. He's going to be our hero. This guy, no joke, feels like a mannequin that just sprang to life right before filming began. There's just no way to describe it. The man, there doesn't feel like he's from this planet.
You're a scientist trying to save marine life, and I'm a scientist trying to discover how to extend the human life expectancy. Very nice.
We have to do something about this damn global warming.
Yeah.
What kind of bird is it?
It's a sea eagle.
And in a way, it's almost perfect casting.
Absolutely.
But it's very distracting. The movie is 80 minutes long, and our Birdemic doesn't happen until the 57-minute mark. What happens during those 57 minutes, you ask? Well, you have to remember that our director fancies himself the quote-unquote master of the romantic thriller. So you get romance instead of exploding eagles, which is really what we came for. Let that sink in for a minute. The movie's 80 minutes, and we don't get any goddamn Birdemicing until an hour. Nearly an hour into the movie. And by that I mean like a shot of birds and then one exploding. Oh yeah, if you didn't know that, Birdemic birds explode.
Well, duh.
They fall out of the sky. Not all of them, but most of them fall out of the sky, and they blow up. And how did they kill people? That's a good question. I heard somebody in the back ask that. Well, they cut people's throats. Anyway, back to the romance. The romance is delivered to you in a series of long and tedious walking scenes that usually end up with our flaccid and uninteresting couple stopping to talk to a random stranger about the dangers of global warming or the forest fires that are plaguing California. We also get 2 extended dancing sequences that are shown back to back, hooray, and are completely embarrassing for everyone involved. Then Rod from part 1 and 2 shows up and doesn't really add anything to the plot except the fact that he joins our lackluster main couple in a fight for survival, which includes really only 4 or 5 scenes with the Eagles. This could have been a balls to the fucking wall bird attack movie.
Bullshit.
Now, yes, I know it's a low-budget movie. Yes, I know it's James Wynn, the director of Birdemic 1 and 2. But still, I feel like this movie really missed the mark. And James is way more interested in preaching about climate change and all that stuff. And you know what? Hey, I'm with you. I drive a electric car. I care about the environment, all that good stuff. But dude, don't make your fucking killer bird movie about other random shit that nobody wants to see. And when I mean that it's like a lecture movie, the couple will take like a 5-minute walk down the fucking pier of Santa Cruz, and then they'll stop. There's a guy painting. Oh, what are you painting? Oh, just painting some sea eagles. Oh, cool. Like, what do you like sea eagles? Yeah. But there was forest fires, and the sky was orange once. And forest fires are bad because of the pollution and the environment and climate change. Then they'll run into another guy who just runs out of the ocean. Oh man, a shark just tried to eat me. It must be climate change. This global warming is getting out of hand. And then actually, how do our lackluster couple meet? Let me backtrack. Fucking Mannequin Man is walking down the boardwalk. He sees the girl pouring water into cups. Scientific. He goes up. He goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" And she says, "Oh, I'm a marine biologist." I think she says, "A marine biologist, and I'm studying the acidic level in the ocean because sea lions and whales are dying from cancer." According to her, all the fucking whales in the world are dying from cancer. And she says it like a whole bunch of times. They're even on a date. And he's like, "Oh, what do you want to eat?" And she goes, "Oh, well, whales are dying from cancer." What the fuck? And that's not hyperbole, by the way. Everything I've just said actually happens in the movie. 100%. Every interaction, just like I've said it, 100% happens in the movie. And it's over and over and over again for that first hour. And look, not that the bird attacks are awesome at all, but I would have, I think, embraced the movie more if it went in that direction. As a matter of fact, let me give you a taste of what a typical action sequence in Birdemic 3 looks like. I'm probably going to get copyright claimed for it, but that's okay. It almost feels like James missed the point of his movies. Obviously, he's passionate about saving the planet and he worships Elon Musk, but if you're going to talk science facts, then you have to at least get them right. I won't list all the pseudoscience the characters babble on about that is 100% incorrect, but just trust me, our writer-director did not do his complete research. Couple that with the incredibly awful acting that should keep the film's casting director from ever being hired again, and you have a perfect storm of mind-numbing garbage. I'm heartbroken by this because I was expecting it to be bad, but I wasn't expecting it to be this pathetic and excruciating. The worst part for me as a fellow filmmaker is that it looks like James hasn't learned anything after all of his films. He's managed to deliver the same thing, only worse and less entertaining. He keeps blowing Hitchcock throughout the movie, but too bad his idol worship didn't teach him anything about the art of filmmaking. It's time to let Birdemic die. It has no future anymore, in my opinion. I am incredibly bummed by this. I was ready to buy the Blu-ray when Severin announced the physical, release, which is coming most likely February, March, who knows when that will be officially announced. But they threw it up on VOD. It's available now on Amazon Prime, so I rented it for a couple bucks because I was super excited to watch it. As a matter of fact, I watched it with my wife and my daughter, and we were all similarly befuddled by it.
We better fix global warming, else the human race will end up like this whale skeleton.
Boring, incomprehensible series of lectures. There's even one scene where Mannequin Man is sitting on the couch, not kidding, watching a documentary about climate change, and the shot is the camera's just kind of dollying back and forth behind him. And it's not even him, by the way, in that big shot. It's another actor, because the back of the actor's head is brown, but the real actor's hair is blonde. Dollying back and forth, and then it cuts to him watching, dollying back and forth, and then James films the TV. What? To show us the documentary, because we need to know these facts. What a waste. What a goddamn. I'm so pissed. Zero stars. It is awful. Awful, awful, awful. I know some people might say, well, MC, you're a filmmaker too, you shouldn't talk. And I don't understand that point of view, because I'm a filmmaker, which means I love movies so much that I've dedicated my life, my career, to making them, to being a part of that art form. So obviously, I'm going to be opinionated about film. That's like saying, oh, you work at Starbucks, you can't drink coffee anymore. Or you work at a paper company, you can't use paper anymore. Stupid. Anyway, cream cheese, let's call it a day. Thank you so much for joining me here in the theater. I'm glad you stopped on by. Let me know what you think. If you had a chance to watch Birdemic 3, or if I've swayed you either way. Maybe I've convinced you to watch it now. Who knows? It's been known to happen. Stranger things have happened. My friend, I love you. We can disagree, but let's be friends nonetheless. Thank you for joining me. Time to close the theater down. I'm going to grab the curtain, pull it across the silver screen here. I'm going to bid you adieu, send you on your way, because the theater's closed for now.
Is there anything we can do to fix it?
No!